Hey, you guys. Thank you for watching again. I'm here with Robbie Timmers. Robbie came all the way from Thailand. He's head of talents and operations. He's here to talk about Glory 78, but he's got something new for us. Something that the whole world wants to know, especially if you're a kickboxing fan and also an MMA fan. Robbie, you know what I'm talking about. How are you doing? Let me ask you first. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you, Remy.
Okay, then let's go immediately to this big news that is coming up.
Yeah, you wanted to have the scoop, so I let you say the scoop. That's not a scoop anymore.
No, give me the scoop.
Okay, we have the champion of kickboxing, the heavyweight king of kickboxing.
You mean Rico Verhoeven?
Rico Verhoeven is fighting Alistair Overeem, October 23 at Glory 79.
October 23.
23.
We're talking about 2021.
No, yeah, exactly. This year. It's soon. It's soon already.
That's really soon.
That's really soon, yeah. But they both have been preparing, so they will be ready.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is great news.
Yeah, it's an awesome fight. Really
That's great news. Can you already tell us where it's gonna be?
It's gonna be at the Gelderdome.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's in a fight this size, we have to find the biggest stadium, and the Gelderdome is the perfect location for that.
Wow. How? Tell me about it. Tell me what that's.
I think it's pretty obvious. You know, it's the best kickboxer versus a guy that has been a martial art legend for years.
Yeah.
You know, it's very obvious, in my opinion, very obvious matchmaking that everybody wants to see. You know, everybody's been asking us, when is Alistair fighting? Everybody been asking us, when is Rico fighting again? We give them all what they want.
So they both agree on this great matchmaking. Was it tough to get them to the table? And
actually, not that really. You know, it's a fight that both fighters really wanted to have. You know, so it was not that.
So it was maybe one phone call, maybe a second.
A few more. a few more phone calls, a few more emails. But you know, it's a fight that they want to have. It's a fight that we want to see. It's a fight that the fights want to see. So it's impossible for us not to put this fight together.
Yeah, I think the fans, not only the kickboxing fans, but also the MMA fans, are going to be really excited about this fight because Alistair came from UFC, now wants to fight in kickboxing. Yeah. I think they all want to see how he's going to do.
Yeah, Alistair was, you know, he won the K1. He's a K1 champion.
Yeah.
He went to MMA. He was successful in MMA, and now he's coming back.
He was in Strikeforce. He was also, you know, he's a great legend.
Yeah. And I think the people in Holland also underestimate what a career this guy has. You know, the MMA fans probably know. The kickboxing fans, it's amazing what kind of career this guy has.
Yeah,
you know, and still going, still at the top. It's amazing.
He's taking good care of everybody. You need to take care of everybody. You know, to go on like this.
Yeah,
you know?
and you have to be mentally so strong. You know, like he's like crypto. You know, it's going up and down, but always it's always going up.
Steady flow.
You know, if you like low highs, or how you call it? Yeah, low highs. You know, just like the cryptocurrency, Alice is. I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, me too. So in October he's gonna fight.
Yes.
And what else do you got? You got some more?
I got a lot more, but nothing that I can reveal in this podcast. But like if you have a main fight like this, you have to finish it well. You know? So all the other fights are gonna be just like you used to. Like it's gonna be great fights.
Yeah.
We really want to give the fans the fights that they want to see. You know, so that is my job. My job is, and of course, create great competition, but also the fans. I need to listen to the fans. I need to see the fans, and they need to tell me what they want to see. And big chance that will happen.
Wow.
That's why I'm also so happy that now we get at Glory 78 we can have an audience again. Mm-hmm. You know, because I think the best judges for me as a matchmaker are the fans. You know, if you put a fight together and you see the people going wild because of it, you know, that's it's a great. Compliment on your work, you know.
Yeah. I understand. Let's go back to your story. We've known each other for many years. even when I was still a young fighter, we already knew each other.
Yeah.
You had first the website Fight Talk.
Yeah, exactly.
So that was really a gossip a gossip website. If you want to talk about fights, that is the place that you needed to be.
Yeah.
But it was a great site because for me, I think it was a great site because if I had a fight, even in the beginning of my career, the next thing what I did was checking out the website if the fans hated or loved my fight.
Yeah.
So for me, it was a good site.
Yeah, I love everything. Everything what I've done after that it came from there. You know, it's the website is the thing that built my network. And then from one thing I came in the other. You know, it was like 25 years ago now.
Yeah.
You know, and it started as a joke, and then of course in the beginning you have a big mouth, and I started training, and I think I knew a little bit about everything, and then you found out that what you post, that people, not only the people in your room, but also the people outside read what you're posting. You know, so it started a little bit more. I had to be a little bit more serious, and then before I knew it was a company. And from that, I started doing different stuff. Like I had my shop with boxing equipment. I had my own brand, you know, and then I moved to Thailand, and now I've won the best job in the world. And it's,
because you're now, scouting for talent, matchmaking. How did it happen?
How did it happen? Like I've been involved, like I mentioned, I've involved in the kickboxing industry for a long time. As I said, like 25 years, and all in different roles. You know, so I've learned a lot. I worked with a lot of people, learned from a lot of people. Then Glory came. And what I really liked about Glory is not. I've always worked with people from the kickboxing industry, but now I'm work with people besides the kickboxing industry also that are not from the kickboxing industry. And I think that's a great combination because they also bring some fresh ideas, and that's also another side that I can learn from. You know? So I think that combined, like with my previous colleagues, I learned a lot, you know, and I feel like they have helped me prepare for this role. And you know, it's great. I like jobs that are exciting, but also like that help you grow as a person. And I really feel that I have this in this position.
So how do you start mixing the matches and doing the matchmaking? Do you start first like checking all the websites?
I watch a lot of fights. Pretty much watch a lot of fights. But what I do is I make notes when I see fights at Glory. You know, of course, we have a ranking. So the ranking is of course leading. I listen to what fans have to say. I read forums and that kind of stuff. You know, I have a lot of also good discussions with all my colleagues in Glory. I work very closely with also our vice chairman and the chairman, Pierre and Scott. And you know, together we just try to create the best fights possible, create the great competition. Like the ranking is leading, but we also need to listen out to what the fans have to say, and that's how we create the cards.
So then how did you get to this matchmaking of Glory 78? It's one of the best matchmaking I've seen in years, and you have some awesome fighters, some great fighters, some talented fighters, all mixed up in Glory 78. How did it happen?
When I do the matchmaking, I look at, of course, at the rankings. Plus, I'm also a fan.
Yeah.
You know, but I also have to realize it's not about me. You know, this position is not about me. It's about the sport.
It's never about you.
Exactly. Today is about me, but only today. but it's not about me. It's not me using my position to do the things that I want to have. It's my position I need to use this position to make the sport grow, to make the fighters grow, you know, and also this company grow. So that's also how I try to look at the matchmaking. I want to create, we want to create great competition. So we have the ranking, and we need to just create a bunch of fighters, put them together, and the level has to be as close to each other as possible. So a fighter that hasn't have the experience yet, not enough experience yet, he needs to go up.
Yeah.
You know, and at the end you have great look at our heavyweight now. Of course, Rico has been a very dominant champion, but slowly you see new names coming up.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what we want to create with all the
and we need that. We need some better and stronger names
Yeah.
in the heavyweight. All the other weight classes, I'm good with. But on the heavyweight, the last couple of 5-6 years, we're not really dominant in the world, you know. And how did it came up? You know, I'm just asking you, how was it? Because there were no strong fighters in the heavyweight class. There was, like, Rico was one of the strongest, but there were no other fighters that could, you know, take him from the throne.
Yeah, no, like that is the past, you know. But now it's time for now, and we have a lot of fighters that I think are coming up. We have guys like Alistair Bader, Jamal Ben Saddik, Benny. Those can fight with Rico now right away, and it will be exciting fights. But we also have new guys like Nordi Mahijan. We have Levi Richters. We have Tarek Kababis. We have Plazibat. We have maybe Raul Catinas. We have to see what he will do. But Jaffa Wilness. We have so many fighters that I think have so much potential, and just by putting them all against each other, you know, we will find out who's the fighter that has the next shot against the bigger names.
I hear 8-man tournaments coming up.
At this moment, I don't.
Did I hear it wrong?
I don't know. Yeah, you probably hit it wrong. Yeah.
Come on!
At this moment,
we have now a couple of good fighters. I mean, strong fighters in the heavyweight. What would it take for you to make an 8-man tournament?
I think the competition has to. First of all, I think at this moment it's not what we want to do. Second, I think if we want to do it, I think the competition has to be a little bit more like equal.
Okay.
Like slowly, we need to build more new guys. We need to build, you know. And then I think we are always open to listen, and of course, if fans want to see something, we're always open to listen to. But at this moment, I just love we want to create just great competition, and then at this moment, I don't think a tournament is right.
Not this moment, but
Not
in
this
the
moment.
future, it will be.
We never know.
Okay.
You know, if you asked me 1 year ago, would Glory do pay-per-view? I would probably also say yes, but not in 2021. But we did it.
Yeah.
You know, and it went well. You know, there
So
was
a lot of new things are coming up.
a lot. Yeah,
Can you
I
tell
think
me more about that?
no. First of all, I think that Glory has made a lot of progress in the last year. I think the company is doing very well. The fights are getting excited. I think also the fighters are talked about a lot. You know, I think if you ask the fighters, even the profile is growing very quickly. So I cannot say what we're working on, but what I can tell you is that we have only the best fights. Now we want, if it's not a great fight, we don't want to have it on Glory. So we only want to have great fights, and we have a great pay-per-view platform.
Yeah.
You know, we have seen it at Glory 76 and Glory 77. We saw that kickboxing is ready for pay-per-view.
Yeah.
So now we have the best pay-per-view partner out there. We work with the same pay-per-view partner that works with NBA, UFC, or whatever. So, you know, we can have millions and millions of people watching at the same time without any issue. So I think that's it's great for kickboxing, you know.
So Robbie, how does it work for talent to get in Glory?
Now, when I scout, I look at a lot of fights, like all the smaller events. I'm watching if I have the opportunity, I watch them. I also get a lot of emails. I get a lot of fighters approaching me on Instagram, Facebook, also by email, and I look at all the profiles, you know, and then I watch the fights. And the level now is so good in kickboxing that being good it's not good enough anymore. You know, you have to be special. You have to be great.
Yeah.
You know, so that's how we look at fights.
So when you see a scout let me tell you, when you see someone on TV, you just make a phone call? Or you send them a mail?
I send them email. Yeah, I send them email. I find them on social media or whatever. So I look myself. I do a lot of active scouting. So if I think that somebody is not only a great fighter, but also has potential to be even greater, then I'm interested, and then I reach out.
So, the Glory fighters. Let me put it another way. If someone wants to get into the Glory, there is chance for everyone, or is it just a special kind of gym, special kind of?
Absolutely not. No, Glory is absolutely for everybody, but we are the biggest stage of kickboxing.
Yeah, there is.
So we're only looking for the greatest.
Yeah.
You know, and I watch a lot of fights myself, so I do a lot of active scouting, but also fighters reach out to me and send me their profiles. So I would also recommend those fighters, send me complete profiles. Don't send me email from, hi, my name is Johan, and I'm 95 kg, I want to fight in Glory.
Yeah.
It's very hard for me to judge if you're Glory worthy by just that simple email, you know.
Okay.
So make it easy for me. Just send me a complete email with all your details, your fight record, where you come
and
from.
maybe some links.
Some links to fights.
Yeah.
You know, it's very important.
The whole story, that you want to see the whole dossier, the whole package.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. But we really don't. It doesn't matter who your manager is, where the gym is, where you're from. If you're the Glory level, then we're open to work with you. And sometimes, you know, we cannot sign everybody. So sometimes I get emails from fighters and I don't have an opportunity. I also would like to tell those fighters, don't give up. You know, if you can prove me wrong, you know, I love to be proven wrong. So if I don't give you the chance, just make sure that you prove me wrong and show me that you are the guy that we cannot miss. You know, that we cannot be without you. You know, prove that. So let your fans contact us to make sure we sign you. Go show even greater fights. You know, scream. You know, do whatever you need to do to make sure you are the guy that we need to sign, and who knows, you will get your chance.
Okay. I believe people will do that. The fighters will do that. And how about let's talk about the heavyweights. People are talking about the heavyweights from back in the days and the heavyweights now. Looking at Rico is one of the, you know, dominant in the heavyweight Glory for maybe a decade right now. But still people are talking about, hey, back in the days it was great. Back in the days they were stronger. Back in the days they were greater. How do you feel about that?
I think it's very hard to compare different time zones. You know, I think Rico is such a great fighter because of people that went before him, because of people like you, Peter Aerts, Enes de Host, Sam Schild. You know, I'm pretty sure he watched those fights, learned from those guys, and developed further. So I think that happens like in every sport. Like it's also very hard to compare Mike Tyson with Muhammad Ali. You know, I think Mike Tyson would not be the fighter that he is today if Muhammad Ali wasn't there. Yeah. So I think that's also the case with Rico. It might be that the level of competition was a little bit more closer to each other, but that's also now going to change in Glory, because if you look at all those crazy heavyweight fighters that we have now,
right now.
Yeah.
Well, one question then. What was the problem for Glory not having great fighters, let's say 4 or 5 years ago? Was Glory investing in the new talent back in the days? I mean, like 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago.
Yeah, of course, because we have Glory has always been investing in new talents, and I think now the time is there that the talents are actually like the flowers are flourishing. You know, how do you call it? Say that in English? I don't know. Look at Tarek Ababis, look at Levi Richters, look at Nordin Mahijan. Those are all new guys, relatively new guys, but they slowly are being talked about fighters, and people are mentioning him in the same sentence as people like Rico again. Yeah. You know, but also don't forget people like Jamal bin Sadek. Don't forget like Bader. Don't forget Benny Alikboui. Those are all fighters that you can put now against Rico already, and people would see an exciting fight. Yeah. And then of course the fight that I personally really want to see now, Alistair Overeem. Yeah. Of course, that's gonna happen, as we mentioned.
Is that gonna happen?
That's gonna happen. Yeah, we already said it, but October 23rd. Yeah. You know, I'm really looking forward to that fight.
I'm really looking forward to that fight. I believe it's going to be on Glory 79, right?
Yeah, correct. And I think Alistair has developed a lot as a fighter. You know, I think like MMA is a completely different sport but because you have so many weapons, I think your fight intelligence increases. So I think he's a more intelligent fighter than he was before. But also his main weapons, like for example the knees. You know, they were not allowed in MMA. Or they were allowed, but it's kind of dangerous, for takedowns.
Yeah.
But now you can throw knees without any worry. So I wonder if we see those crazy knees back with Alistair. So I'm really looking forward to that fight.
Me too. Yeah. I'm looking forward see him to fight against Rico. I think it's going to be a tremendous fight.
Yeah.
Exactly. Where it's going to be?
It's going to be at the Gelderdome. We're going to have, if Corona I don't want to say it because Corona will allow it.
Corona sales.
Yeah. No, the fight is going to be in the Gelderdome. We will have a full stadium. We have a pay-per-view. Everybody will be able to see it. Pay-per-view. Come to the stadium. People will be able to see it.
Maybe last question. Besides the new fighters that are coming up, is Glory already investing in the new generation? Because if you have this generation like the Katinas and all those new fighters that are coming up, Levi Richters and all those fighters, there are fighters from one generation right now.
Yeah.
Is there already a seed being planted for a new generation?
Yeah, of course we are looking. So I've my eyes on a couple of fighters that I really want to sign. Some of them we signed already. But it's also, we're still in the Corona time. We cannot do the number of events that we want to do. And we have also obligations towards the fighters that have a current contract with us. So it would not be fair to keep on signing fighters and just let them wait, So,
I understand.
So we have to give the fights to our contracted fighters. And as soon as we can go do more events again, and I think, the Corona is, hopefully the time is slowly there that we can have... that we are in a normal situation again. We will do more events, and we have even more opportunities to sign new talent and to start developing them.
Yeah. Thanks.
But like I said, also Glory is the biggest stage. Like developing have to happen outside of Glory.
Yeah.
Of course, they need to continue to grow in Glory, but we want the greatest.
Yeah.
If you're not the greatest yet, okay, then wait, and then you will get your chance.
There's one name you mentioned. And Jamal.
Yeah.
When is he gonna get a chance to get back in the ring?
That is something that we need to. He's in a situation now that it's a little bit a challenging situation. So that is something that we need to figure out first.
Yeah.
But if it allows us, we would like to see him back in the ring very soon.
Yeah. Me too. Because after he won the tournament, we didn't see him in the ring again.
No.
What was the problem?
What was the problem? It's also because it was before my time in this role. So I think the reason that he didn't fight is also because a combination of availability. Like he wants to fight Rico. Rico is also busy. He has a busy schedule. So it's not that we can just put that fight whenever it's convenient for Jamal, So sometimes he had to wait. Sometimes we offered him another fight, and then something else happened. He got his chance, but he got injured. Now he's in a different situation that we first need to have more details of before we can make a right decision. But I would love to see him back in the ring.
Yeah.
And people want to see him against
I believe
Rico,
you're not the only one. A lot of people want to see him back in the ring.
But I want to see him. There's a lot more fighters that I want to see him against than just Rico. Of course I want to see the Rico fight, but also a lot of other than.
Yeah.
And also I hear a lot of people always saying that Glory is protecting Rico or whatever, but it's no way that we want to protect our champions. What we want to do is we want to create great competition. So what we are looking for is just the fighters that can give the best fight against the champions and against everybody else. And if anybody thinks that there's a fighter that can defeat Rico, give us the names. Give us the names, and we will look into it. Yeah. But all the people say Glory is protecting Rico, but nobody's mentioning names. They're just saying, "Oh, Glory is doing this, Glory is doing that." Just mention the names, and we will look into it.
Yeah.
We want to have the best. That's the only thing for us counts. We want to have the best competition.
Looking at the card of Glory 78, you've done a great job for Glory 78. But how can you make a new card for the next Glory, let's say Glory 79, how can we, make a better one?
That's easy.
Is
But maybe better one. It's I don't know, but making great cards, it's easy because we have so many
or
great
even
fighters.
even close because this
We have
is
so many great fighters. We have so many great fighters. Like, and the thing is, if fighters want to fight often, make sure that the fans want to see you. Make people scream. Make people scream for we want to see this guy. And we have fighters that did great at 76. We have fighters that did great at 77. We have fighters that did not fight yet, and so I think within a couple of days, weeks, we will announce our next Glory 79 card, and I think he will be stunned again.
Okay. Okay. Which fights you want to highlight? Give me 3 fights that you want to highlight of Glory 78.
78. That's very difficult because I like them all.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about, let's say, Belgaroui versus Wissa.
Yeah, that's a great fight. It's a rematch. The people that know Yusri, they say that Yusri has grown a lot. He's totally not the same fighter anymore that he was before. But also Donovan, he's been waiting for a title shot for so long.
He's been knocking on the door.
Yeah, exactly. And now he has a chance. He wants to prove Yusri that he feels insulted that he wants to have a rematch. Because he won the first fight, and Yusri want to prove that he's the best.
Yeah.
So that's going to be an awesome fight. 2 great fighters. Donovan is super explosive.
Yes.
Yusri is his knees, the way how he uses. He's very, very tall, by the way.
He's taller
I noticed at the stare down.
Yeah.
I was really looking because when I do the stare down, I like to look at the eyes. That's what I'm.
You had to
with
look
him,
up.
I really I did for the heavyweights first, Katinas and Maïdienne, and I had to look only up a little bit, but with Yusri, I had to look like this.
Talk about Maïdienne. He's a great fighter.
Oh, yeah.
What he's gonna do to his opponent?
What he wants to do to his opponent is what he always does: is just full forward, go for the knockout, and he will not stop.
He has some great combination.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And man, his cardio is amazing, and with his combinations, everything is hard.
Yeah.
But also fast. A lot of people are, when they throw a hard combination, they're tense, so it's not so fast. But not imagine, everything is explosive, everything is hard, and every punch, even if it's a 5 hit combo, all the 5 hits are knockout hits.
And that's what I love about him. He doesn't make just a 1-2.
Exactly.
Or 1, 2, 3.
Exactly.
He makes 3, 4, 5 punches and ends with a kick. Yeah. I love that.
But don't underestimate Ralcatinas.
No, I'm not.
You know him probably from the K1 time. He was 23 when he went in there.
Yeah. So already strong, already going forward.
Exactly. And now he's been wanting to fight in Glory for so long. They call him the White Mike Tyson. And I'm pretty sure he wants to show people why they call him that on September 4.
Yeah, we're gonna see that. Yeah. Let's talk about maybe one of the most anticipated fights on that card. Fakitov fighting against Pereira.
Yeah. That's a fight that we had to put on again. They fought at Glory 77. Not everybody agreed with that decision. Everybody was talking about it. Some were in favor of Pereira. Some agreed. Some and a lot were not in favor of that decision. So we had no choice but to do it again. Also we wanted to give the fans the opportunity. There was so much talking about it. So we want to if that's the fight that people want to see again, they want to see it again. And I think now it will be even more excited because Fakitov is so pissed because he doesn't believe that he deserved that loss. Yeah. So he's now even more motivated. He doesn't want to leave it in the hands of the judges. But also Pereira, he wants to show people, no, I was the winner, so I'm gonna do it now again. But I also want to knock the guy out. Yeah. So it's an amazing fight. Like Fakitov is such a skilled kickboxer. I think if you look at the dictionary, kickboxing,
you'll see his face.
Yeah, he's a man.
His poster.
His combinations are really, for me, that is kickboxing. And Pereira has a unique style. He's a knockout monster. He's a very unique style. And what is really interesting about this fight, this will be the last kickboxing fight of Pereira.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Wow.
Alex Pereira is going to make the move to MMA. He signed with the UFC. So the people that really want to see this great kickboxer for the final time live, buy the pay-per-view or buy the ticket, and you will see Fakitov and a lot of other great fighters live.
That is some great news. That is some great news, especially for Pereira, I believe, because he's taking a step to another discipline, and I hope he will do a good job so that I can tell him, hey, I've done an interview with you, because I have.
Exactly. That's why make sure you be there, because it's your last chance to see him in kickboxing.
Yeah, and I hope the people at home will also take a chance to buy the pay-per-view or buy a ticket and go see this fight, because it's going to be an awesome fight. It's going to be great. I believe the whole card is going to be great. So don't take a piss. Just stay on the TV and watch the fight, or buy a ticket to go see the fight. Robbie, I'm going to thank you. I'm going to thank you for having this conversation. And Glory 78 is going to be great. Also, Glory 79 is going to be great.
Exactly.
And I hope all the other Glories that is coming up will be great. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you too.